Hi folks, welcome back to Carl's Place. I am Carl, and today I'm going to be shooting my second brunch video. I was thinking, what do people do? They go to a brunch what do they do while they're waiting for the brunch food to come out? They have brunch cocktails. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you here today. Stick with me and we'll get pouring. Okay, so to continue my brunch series, I'm going to make 4 different brunch cocktails for you today in part 1 of a 2-part series for the brunch cocktails. And I'm going to make a classic mimosa and a classic Bellini for the first 2. I'll make the second 2 after and explain what those are once we get through the first 2. So let's get right to the ingredients. Nice and easy. You need, for the mimosa, you need orange juice and champagne. And I have my champagne incognito because I'm not here to promote any specific kind of champagne. I'm just here to show you the cocktail. Get whatever kind of champagne you prefer. If you want high end, low end, whatever, it's all going to have the same results ultimately. So now for the Bellini, which is a little bit different, the Bellini is, it's not champagne, although you could use champagne with this, but it wouldn't be a true Bellini. To make it a true Bellini, it has to have Prosecco. Again, incognito. So, which is an Italian sparkling wine. If you taste Prosecco against champagne, they're really, really close. But in the spirit of Bellinis, go with the Prosecco. So it is Prosecco with peach puree. Now, I made this peach puree. Ideally, fresh peaches would be the best. But in New England right now, it's not peach season, so you can use frozen peaches. But make sure before you put them in the food processor that they're completely thawed. Do not put them in there frozen, otherwise you won't get the same puree effect, I guess. So we're going to make both of these, and then we'll taste test. Okay, first, let's take care of the mimosa. Get your champagne bottle open. Hopefully I won't poke out my eye. Okay, now, woo. Now for the mimosa, you always want to pour in your orange juice first because you don't want to lose the bubbles from the champagne. So it's a half and half ratio. So pour in half orange juice, a little bit more, and then top it off with your champagne. And that is your classic mimosa. I'm going to set this aside and we'll taste it in a minute. We'll go ahead and make the Bellini. Get this out of the way. Wipe the counter. Open up the Prosecco bottle. Now these are adorable. They come in these little tiny bottles, or you can get bigger bottles if you want, but I thought these were adorable and single servings, so, and they're twisties. So not the same caliber as champagne, I'm sure, but it's delicious. Okay, let me go ahead and get a stirrer. Okay, now the trick for a Bellini is you have to put the puree in the bottom first. Let's see if I can do this without making too much of a mess. And it's supposed to be a third, but I don't know, I just think that's a little too much. I think the peach would be overpowering, so let's say maybe a quarter of the glass. Now the trick to this, because you have to mix it, but you don't want to lose your bubbles, so you have to pour the Bellini in about halfway. The Bellini, the Prosecco. Let that bubble down a bit. And then give it a stir. Okay. And then you want to top it off Just this without mixing it because you want the bubbles. Okay, go ahead and taste test. First, of course, we have to do the classic mimosa first. Nice and refreshing. Cheers. That's good. Just enough champagne, gives it a little bubbly. Good classic brunch cocktail. Delicious. Wonder where that went. The next cocktail is the Bellini, and I've topped it off with more Prosecco. You can still see the peach in the bottom, but it's still mixed. You can see the peach pieces in the Prosecco as well. Give it a taste. Cheers. Mm, that's good. I have to be honest, I've never had a Bellini before, but they always looked refreshing and fruity and delicious, and that's what it is. It's a little thicker than the mimosa, of course, because you have the peach puree thickening it up. So, but delicious. That's it. Classic Bellini. Delicious. Very enjoyable. Great brunch cocktail. Ooh. Hmm. So, moving on. Now, I only have two champagne flutes, so I have to go ahead and rinse these out, and then I'll get into the third and fourth cocktail. Be right back. So, for the third and fourth cocktail, um, these aren't, well, one of them actually is technically a brunch cocktail, but one isn't. The first one I'm going to make is called a Bolli Stolli. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched the show Absolutely Fabulous with Patsy and Adina. One of the drinks that they drink is called a Bolli Stolli, which is Bollinger champagne with Stolli vodka. Now, I looked up Bollinger champagne, and the cheapest I could see was $80 a bottle. There is no Bollinger here at Carl's Place, so it's whatever champagne you like and whatever vodka, unflavored vodka you like. And it's called a Bolli Stolli, and it's just vodka and champagne. And then the fourth cocktail I'm going to make is a Bolli Stolli mimosa, which is actually that is an actual drink for a brunch. I'm just calling a Bolli Stolli mimosa because it starts with the vodka, the champagne, and orange juice. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, for the Bolli Stolli, you're going to need your favorite unflavored vodka and champagne. So I would pour the champagne in, the vodka in first, maybe a third. That's actually perfect. And then fill the rest with champagne. Let's tilt it a little bit. And of course, if you serve these cocktails at your brunch, you're going to have a kickin' brunch. So just saying. Now, the Bolli Stolli Mimosa is basically the same thing, except you put in your vodka in, about a third, orange juice. So technically right now it's a screwdriver. And then top it off with champagne. And that's it. We have a Bolli Stolli and a Bolli Stolli Mimosa. So let's go ahead and taste these. Okay, we're back with our third and fourth cocktail. Let's go ahead and give it a try. This is the Bolli Stolli. Vodka and champagne. Cheers. It's good. Surprisingly better than you would think. Delicious. The little sweetness of the champagne takes away the little vodka, the little bite from the vodka. You got your bubbles. Mm, that's really good. And then for the final cocktail, we have the Bolli Stolli Mimosa. Orange juice, vodka, and champagne. Cheers. That's nice. Refreshing, bubbly. So good. Have a sip. Hmm. Okay. Well, that does it for today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification button. Looks like a little bell so you don't miss any future coming videos from Carl's Place. Um, thank you for joining and enjoy your cocktails, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.